Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to Akanakwath out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This is one that I've had, in the works. Not necessarily put anything into it, but a topic that's been on the mind for a couple days. You might have saw it hanging out in the lesson list down here. And the title of it is Gentrification is Just Another Form of Idumean Conquest. Alright, once again, gentrification is just another form of Idumean conquest. Now, if you don't know what gentrification is, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and go over that today. But this is something that popped to my mind a couple days ago. I was just thinking about gentrification. Here here in Vegas. All right, well, down in a place called Summerlin. It used to be a really rough area, and they gentrified it. But the homeless population is slowly and steadily rising over there. And Summerlin, for those of you that don't know, it's usually a place for well-off people, and they have areas that are cheaper. But most of it's a well-off area. Okay, well, at least it used to be. Okay, because they gentrified it. Now there's places in San Francisco that they've gentrified, places in all over California that they've gentrified. Okay, and kicked out all the black and brown and moved in the white to town, right? So, and that's what gentrification is. It's just another form of Idumean conquest, of them taking land away to steal the land that they've appointed for the poor in the first place. And then they decided, you know what, I want this land now too. Get the fuck out, figure something to do. Okay? I didn't mean to rhyme there, but hey, it happens. So gentrification is what? Let's go ahead and let the lady or the man speak. Let's see who it is today.
Gentrification.
It's the lady. All right, gentrification. It says the process whereby the character of a poor urban area. Who lives in poor urban areas? What do they call black people? Urban, right? Urban. Oh, they're very, very, very urban style to him. Very urban haircut. Yeah, it means black. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. All right, they're trying to say black, which really, when they say black, they mean brown. Okay, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So the process whereby the character of a poor urban area, let me translate that, an area filled with so-called black and brown, is changed by wealthier people, let me translate that, Edomites, moving in. It says improving housing and attracting new businesses, typically displacing, that's a nicer term for kicking the fuck out, right? Typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. So get the fuck out of here, you black and brown pieces of shit. So we're moving Edomites in. All right, and we're gonna make this. Well, while you were here, we left it go to shit, and everything was bad. But we're gonna make it good now to become a good place. They've done that a little bit with like the Bronx, and a couple other places. All right, let's get some famous examples of gentrification. Who do we have? Bronx. The Bronx, East Side Vancouver, Islington in London, and many other inner city suburbs of cities around the world. Now, I guess they're trying to improve Detroit now. I don't know if they're trying to full on gentrify it, but that's an example of somewhere that, like, if, for example, Detroit right now is a shithole. So if in the future, with however long we got left, it becomes a nice looking city, that means it was gentrified. And you damn sure know that the little street kids hanging around Detroit ain't gonna be there anymore. Okay? So let's go ahead and get it. Let's go get some images of gentrification. Okay? This says gentrification and police brutality go hand in hand. Alright, this says now that the neighborhood is nice, why do I have to move? Look who has to move. All the brown people. Alright, because all the brown people gotta go, okay? All the brown people gotta go because the white people gotta move in. And they don't want a grimy little city, alright? They want it to be nice, okay? So, look, it says gentrify this, alright? And look, you got graffiti all over, because this is the type of places they take, alright? And then they gentrify, man. Alright, you see how it looks, and then boom, it gets better and better and better. Alright, can we move on? This says protect the black community from gentrification. All right, and you know they want to keep the ghettos alive and moving. But the thing is that Jake can't even. Here it is. The problem here is that Esau is so greedy. They set this place up. All right, they set this place up because they don't want black people and brown people and Mexican people, right, so-called, you know, in their neighborhoods. So they give them these neighborhoods, and then they're so greedy that they go and they take those neighborhoods away. You know, you can't even, you know, and the people are already poor. They don't have anything, and you're taking everything away from them that they don't have, you know? And this is just, it's just ridiculous, and this is just Babylonian, man. This is Babylonian concept. All right, this is Babylon shit. All right, taking a place where there's nothing, and then, you know, and nobody can afford nothing, and then making, oh, well, if you want to stay, hope you can afford, you know, $2,000 for month, a rent, for $2,000 a month for rent, you know? So, and that's what they do. They take a place like this, repaint it, and then it's all nice. All right, then it's all nice. So, you know, look, it's like a shithole, and then they look the Bohemia apartments, and that's hilarious. All right, the whole Bohemian thing, but you know, and now it looks all nice, and you know, because they fix it up. And who do you see in these pictures? Brown. You see Jake Brown. You see they look like Native Americans before. And then these people, you know, more brown. All right. But the people before look like they could be Native American or some type of Latino. So who knows? Perhaps even a dark Italian. You never know. But they look like they could be Jakes. Or even if you know, it's mostly Jakes. That's who you see in these photos. Because who are they kicking out? They're not kicking out white people, so-called. They're not kicking out Edomites. No, they're kicking out black and brown, man, as they call it. They're kicking out black and brown, all right, to build their town. So we're going to get Proverbs 22 and 16. It says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. And that's the case that's going to come with these Edomites, all right? He likes to oppress the poor, all right? He likes to take from the poor to increase his riches. He doesn't take from the other rich people, all right? The Edomites don't take from the other rich Edomites. Now, occasionally it does occasionally happen from time to time with some weird wealth battle, and that's not the overwhelming majority. A lot of the time they're taking from us, the poor, all right? They're taking from our bank accounts, overdraft fees, all right? They're this fee. All right, oh, you didn't have, you know, $500 or $1,000 in your bank account, so now you got to pay the $5 monthly service fee charge, or this fee charge, or oh, you had this behind and that behind. They're taking from the poor, and they're not taking from the people that already have it. They're taking from the people that don't have it, and will continue to not have it because they continue to take from them. All right, that's the whole goal, is to keep the poor, okay? They want you to not have shit, and then they want to take the shit that you do have while you're trying to, you know, work and bust your ass, all right, so you can't get past your point, you know? They don't want you to get past that point. They want you to the poor to keep poor and the rich to keep rich. They eliminated the middle class, all right, for the most part, and that's how that is, all right? Proverbs 22 and 16, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and that's, you know, and that's you know, it goes for anybody, but that's mostly this devil. All right, that's the devil, because you know the earth is given in hand of the wicked, all right? We can go get it. The earth is given. Get it? Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So right now the devil is in control of this earth, and the devil being Esau, Edom. All right. And what does he do? He oppresses the poor. Why? So he can get richer. So he can line his pockets. All right, even though he's taken from people that don't have it. They do none of the work, get all of the pay. We do all of the work and get none of the pay. What kind of bullshit is that? That's Babylon. That is the Babylonian society. That's the beast system, all right, that this devil loves. The new world order that they're trying to form is all about, you know, they want more money, more money, more money. Just greed. Just fucking nasty, greedy-ass people, man. The Lord's going to take these people out, man. And they're going to be the poor. Right? Proverbs 22 and 16, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. These people think, you know, well, wait, let's go and get that one. These people don't think they're ever going to go through any hurt. They don't ever think they're going to be poor. They're taken from the poor. They don't ever think they're going to be poor. They have all these houses. They don't ever think that they're going to be without houses. They think this and that, but they don't realize they don't realize this shit circles around, man. It comes around to bite you in your ass. All right, that's karma. No, it's not karma. It's called if you sow wickedness, you reap it. All right, you reap what you sow. All right, ain't no such fucking thing as karma. All right, karma is just a concept that was ripped off, it's biblical, not karma. They call it karma, but it's the universe giving back. No, it's not. It's what goes around comes around. It's not because the universe or Gaia or some other. It's because you reap what you sow. All right, and that's what the Lord said. All right, all these religions are just rip stuff off from the Bible and change it into some weird bugged out mess. All right, and try to say, oh, this is karma. That is what it. No. This is a Bible concept. All right, that you've ripped and torn into something that's what it's not. All right, it's not because your fucking chakra's not aligned. It's because you did wickedness and the Lord's paying you back for it. That's what it is. It's not no fucking karma. Ain't no such thing. Okay, Psalms 10 and 6. This is Esau, right? We actually got to go. Did we actually grab this? This is Psalms 10 and. Well, we already had this. We got to go in this. We already had it. So let's go up. We got to go up to 2 though. This is Psalms 10 and 2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor." This is the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right, the border of wickedness, right? Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right, basemen. They have many different names. All right, Esau, Edom, Idumeans. All right, Lucifer. There's many different names for Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil, right? And that they're a separate people other than the spiritual demon Satan. All right, they're evil. They're evil incarnate, right? They're evil personified as a man. That's who they are. These devil, right? They kill, they lie, they rape, they murder, they rob. That's what they do. That's in their agenda. That's their plan. That's their forte. That's their pastime. They love it. It's their favorite fucking thing, man. It's their favorite thing to do. Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked, now we know who that is. The wicked in his pride, because he's a prideful man. Oh, we're gonna be able to get away with everything. And that we're going to get that in a minute, because they think they're going to get away with everything and do whatever they want and rob the poor and, fucking kill people and lie and steal and just get away with it scot-free. Not the case. The wicked in his pride, Psalms 10 and 2, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Stop. What does persecute mean? What is persecution? You should know what that means, Jake, because you're the subject of it.
Persecute.
Persecute, to subject someone to hostility or ill treatment because of their ethnicity, religion. We're stopping right there because the other two are bullshit. All right, because of their ethnicity and religion. It's both for us. Our ethnicity is what? Israelites. And our religion, what? We're Israelites. All right, we believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He is our power. Right, and he's going to come and deliver us out of this. And you Edomites, all right, it's not going to be so good for you. So that's what persecution is. Psalms 10 and 2, continuing on. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Okay, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Lord. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. It says his ways are always grievous. His ways are always grievous, man. They're always grievous. They're always bad. They're always very terrible. Okay? Were we getting, did we have this somewhere? I feel like we did. I guess not, but his ways are always grievous. They're always bad, man. They're always terrible. They're always terrible. They're never good. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. That's blowing, when you perch up, man, you ain't gonna do shit. What are you gonna do? And you puff it at him like that, all right? Oh, you ain't gonna do shit. All right, you stay on the bottom. We over here with our wealth. You ain't gonna do nothing. Look at him. He's trying to climb his way up the ladder. Kick him down, Jim. Bop. Give him, tell him that he owes back taxes or something, or, fuck him over somehow. We can't have him climbing this ladder up to the riches. Keep him poor. All right, and now he's working a 30-hour work week. Now make it 45. You know what? Fuck it, 50. How about that? All right, and decrease his pay while you're at it. That's these people. That's these devils, man. They get a kick out of that. This is Psalms 10 and 6. It says, he hath said in his heart, I shall never be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. That's these devils, They're never going to be moved. I'm never going to be moved. I'm never going to be. That's what they think, right? That's what they think. I shall never be in adversity. Adversity is torment, pain, a bad situation. They don't think they're ever going to be poor. They don't ever think that they're going to have everything stripped from them. They don't think they're going to go into captivity and have their ass beat by a big, tall black man with a big black beard. All right, so-called black man, right? They don't think that. They don't think that they're going to be picking grapes, and getting their ass beat with a fucking a rod of iron. All right, and bashing them over the head. Get that shit, Esau. Pick those grapes. Please stop. Bam. They don't think that's ever gonna happen. But guess what? It is. It is. But they don't think that's ever gonna happen. Why? Because they're pride. They're proudful. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna. I'll never be moved. What the hell are you talking about? You'll never be moved. You'll never be able to overtake me. Ooh, man. You're very proud, and we can't wait to repay you back for that. And when the Lord gives us that ability, when we're in the kingdom, all right? Because I can't wait. It's gonna be Edomite SmackDown, all right? It's gonna be Esau SmackDown versus Raw, man. We're gonna be going to cage matches with your ass, man. We're gonna be beating you down. Oh man, I can't even explain how bad it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be, and we're gonna have spiritual power too. I might slap you so hard your jaw flies off, and then I'll pull some reverse shit where I like rewind time, and then your jaw's back on. I slap that shit off again. You know, you're gonna have to pay back all the shit you've done, and you gotta realize, you know, Esau doesn't want to pay the piper. Oh, they love doing their shit, doing the wicked. They love, robbing people and killing people and stealing and raping, robbing and murdering and lighting people on fire and hunting people, taking them to private islands and saying run and fucking hunting them like they're animals and all this shit. But they don't ever want anything bad to happen to them. It's only bad to other men, no bad to me. That's what they think. These fucking caveman, fucking wood woos ass bitches, and they gotta pay that shit back, man. They gotta pay that shit back, and you're not gonna get out of it. You're not gonna swindle your way out. Please, Lord, I'll give you some money. The Lord doesn't give a shit about your money. You're not gonna be able to pay the Lord off. You're not gonna be able to do shit. You know how you're gonna pay You'll pay the Lord. You will pay your price to the Lord. All right, He will accept one payment and one payment only. And you know what it is? Your blood. Your blood. Your blood. And then inevitably your destruction, and you go away. You go away. After those 1,000 years in the kingdom, you go away. All right, bear with me 1 minute. We'll be right back. All right, slack you for that. My nose was bothering the hell out of me. Oh, dude, that's another thing. Esau puts all this shit in the goddamn air, chemicals and fucking chemtrails and dumping poisons and toxins and all this fucking bullshit, and you fucking allergy. You know, it's ridiculous, man. It's not even allergies because of something natural. It's allergies because of all the fucking shit that they put in there, and they eat the food, and it's in the food. These people, man, they're only going to be able to pay with their blood, all right? Bear with me while I have a sip of this poisonous-ass coffee, because you know everything's defiled here. Well, I'm sitting in my poisonous ass outfit that probably has chemicals that are leaching into my skin, touching my poisonous ass keyboard that probably has cancer causing materials in it, all right, breathing my poison ass air, all right, that's the state we're in, Jake. That's the state we're in, and it's all because of Esau, all right, with their fucking devices and their things that they do. And how can we make them sick? How can we make them really ill? Let's blast radiation through televisions. Fucking devils, man. Fucking devils. All right, and they say, the cathode ray tube TVs, the big old box TV, those blasted radiation. What? So the new ones, you think they just gave us something better? You think they just gave us something better? Fuck no, they didn't give us something better. It's got microphones and all sorts of shit and smart TVs, blasting Wi-Fi waves through them, probably intercepting 5G signals. Our phones are all on 5G now, right? Can't do anything about it. Well, I went and I didn't get a 5G phone. Cool, you didn't get a 5G phone? Well, guess what? Someone walking by you has a 5G phone, so it's getting beamed right by you. So congratulations. You win somehow, right? You won somehow. No, you didn't. It's still fucking you up. It's still fucking you up. It's still in the air. It's still being broadcast, and there's nothing you can do about it, Jake, because this is where you've been set to go for punishment because you didn't do right. All right? And that's Esau, and they don't think they're ever going to be in any sort of adversity, right? Psalms 10:6 once again. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. What is adversity? Let's go and get it. It says difficulties and misfortune, all right? Distress, hardship, all right? What are we going through? We're going through hardship, all right? Not being able to, living paycheck to paycheck, not being able to buy certain things that we want to buy, all right? Not having, as much food as we'd like, not eating the places where we'd like to eat. All right, and that's that. Worrying about those that like 3 or 4 days, sometimes even more. Everybody has different financial situations. That 3 or 4 days before you get paid, where you just see it going from 80 to 90 to 60, and then you're like $50. You're like, ooh, that paycheck needs to come in. I only got $50. All right, and you got to figure out how to divvy that up to eat. All right, and yeah, so that's the situation. Babylon. Esau never thinks they're gonna go through that. Esau, you got to realize, man. We're gonna be, ooh, man. I'm gonna pull a Django Unchained on your ass, E. So, I'm gonna be hitting you with that. Man, and you think, we joke lightly, but it's really not a joke. We really mean that we're gonna do this shit, E. And we're not gonna do it now. Look, they're conspiring. No. First, the Lord has to come back and whoop your ass. All right, and then, you're gonna be in the kingdom after, some of you are gonna bury bodies, but then you're gonna have to be reborn. And then guess what? Once you're back, we're gonna kick your ass for 1,000 years, and then you get to go bye-bye. You get to go away. All right, you don't get to be around anymore. You get to be gathered and destroyed. All right, and burnt up. Whew. And you'll never return as a nation again. Because why? You're the only nation that the Lord will have no ounce of mercy upon. The Lord hates your ass, and so do we. Okay? He hates your ass, and so do we. He hates you. The Lord doesn't hate anybody. The Lord doesn't hate it. Let's see. Jacob have I've loved. Let's see. Where is it? It's in here. Oh, look at this. What is this? Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Guess he does hate your ass, E. It looks like it's written right there in plain English. You can see that. If you want to go and read it in Hebrew, you can read it in Hebrew too. You can probably go even read it in Greek or any of the other translations. And guess what? You're still hated. Okay? You're still hated. Okay? Because the Lord doesn't like you. After all the shit you've done to his people, you think he likes you? You think you're going to get a get off scot-free card, get out of jail free card? Hell no, you're not going to get a get out of jail free card, man. You're going to get your ass whooped. You're going to get punished. All right, it's just like I mention it all the time, and I mention it in different occasions. But you don't get off with anything, man. It's just like Jake when you sin and do wrong. All right, you don't get off scot-free. Okay, you're not gonna get off scot-free with I'm eating pork, ain't nothing happened. Well, not yet, maybe. All right, or maybe something is happening. Didn't last week your girlfriend bitch the shit out of you? Don't you think that maybe could have been something related to that? Don't you remember when your car got totaled? All right, when you let your friend borrow it and it got crashed up. You don't think that could have been punishment? That could have just been hell that you're going through. This is Micah 2:1-2. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." Here's the point right here, and that's them too. That's them. They devise iniquity, just wickedness. Esau, Edom, the white man, just wickedness after wickedness after wickedness after wickedness after wickedness. And here's the point for this lesson. We got a lot of times. We're going to continue to get it. Lord willing, we're still in this truth, and this truth's going out. Micah 2:1-2, verse 2 says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and what? And take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, and even a man in his heritage." One more time. Verse 2, "And they covet fields and take them by violence. I want that land. I'm calling it America. I want that land. I'm calling it this. I want that land. I'm calling it this. I'm going to go kill people there and take that land. They have that place. I'm going to kill them and take for it. I'm going to cause a genocide in that land, and I'm going to take it." All right, and you still see them doing it. They genocided the Palestinians. The land wasn't theirs to begin with, but they genocided the Palestinians to get their land, and now they're genociding them again to try to get. Look, man, they're just genociding and those people over there, they're Edomites. They just happen to be Amalekites, all right, which are a specific flavor of Edomites. That's all they are. They're still a fucking Edomite, okay? And the Lord's gonna do, and there's a whole scripture dedicated to them, who say they're Jews and not, right? So let's sin the God of Satan. Notice that they don't like having a whole bunch of responses or suggestions, because that's an anti you know what scriptures, they would call it, right? You can read it. Revelations 3:9. I'm taking a risk just reading it, but you can't stop us from reading the Bible. Revelation 3:9. "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." He loved us, not you. You're lying. You're saying that you're us, but you're not us. Okay? You're saying that you're us, but you're not us. Okay? Look. I'm not going to read it, but you can see it. And they're trying to filibuster, right? They're trying to filibuster, and I'm not going to even read it, you know? But who's the ones that are calling themselves that right now? Them. So, they're liars. So, again, verse 2, Micah 2 and 2, it says, and they covet fields. They want a land, right? They covet them. I want that land really bad. What do? And they take them by violence, by killing, right? Rape, rob, and murder. And houses. They want the houses too, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage. And they've taken away that too. They've taken away everything. You know, they've taken away who we are. They've taken away our houses. They've taken away our land, you know? And that's what they're doing, you know? And that's what they're doing. They steal houses. Isn't that not gentrification? Now I wanted to read a little bit of this. How far are we through the lesson? We're about, we'll read Proverbs 14 and 31 so we can get directly half through the scriptures, and then we'll read that. All right, this is Proverbs 14 and 31. It says, he that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. You should be helping the poor out, okay? Not fucking taking away their money, you know? Not taking away, how can I rob the poor? That's not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be oppressing the poor, all right? You should be helping them, if anything. You know, have mercy on the poor, you know? You know, if it's, you know, and if you can, if someone, you know, if you see a Jake, all right, begging, all right, and you have the money, and you know they don't look like a drug addict or anything, you know, help them out. You know, $5 or here or there, right? I mean, you're not obligated to, but it'd be a good thing to do. All right, and, you know, a lot of them are druggies, unfortunately. Well, at least, you know, it's not so much other places, but here in Vegas, you can tell a lot of them are, you know, they're doped up. But not everyone. You can tell that some of them they're just going through a rough spot, man. All right, and you'd be better, you know, even if you think they could possibly be a drug addict, you can't be 100% be sure. It'd be better to give them $5 and go, oh, you fucking filthy bum, you piece of shit, you're making our neighborhood look bad, you piece of shit, get the fuck out of here, you know, give me all your money, you know, and get out of here, you know, that's, you know, why would you oppress the poor? Esau loves to do that. That's their thing. They like to oppress the poor. They don't take from the people that got it. You know, they don't take from the people that got it. They want to take from the people that don't got it. You know, what kind of fucking bullshit is that? Only Esau is that wicked, right? So here's why it's more expensive. Here's why it's actually more expensive to be poor. And we got a couple little pictures and things I wanted to show you. I'm gonna actually start with this because this is one of the images I saw the other day. Ignore the, you know, what she is, but what she said was, you know, it has a point. And other people have said it too. She's not the first fucking person to ever say it. But this is the one I saw. It said, isn't it kind of disgusting that banks made $34 billion in overdraft fees in 2017? That's $34 billion they took from people that literally had no money. Think about that. Think about it. Let that sit in. They're overdraft fees. That is literally punishment for being poor. Overdraft fees are punishment for being poor. They're taking money from people that have no money. That's Esau. Who runs these banks? Huh? Who do you think runs this? But you know what their names are. Steins, Bergs, you know what I'm getting on about. All right. Stein, Berg, all those different names. So, and you can't say that. We're gonna take the video down. We're gonna take the video down. Let's see, J.P. Morgan. Let's see who. Let's see, J.P. Morgan. Let's see, J.P. Morgan. Let's see. Let's look through here for a minute. Let's see. Let's find it. Let's find out. Yeah, so in that case, I guess maybe he's not. Maybe he was one of the ones that was not. But most of the other ones, the Rothschilds and all of them. Let's see. And if he was, they'd probably, let's see, German Jewish Investment Bank. Even if he wasn't, Slocky, even if he was, you know, they'd try to cover it up. All right, they'd try to cover it up. Look, all you have to look up is that, and you already get things like this, and they do. So nice try. Who owns the largest bank? JP Morgan, Bank of America. Let's see, who owns? And they try to cover all this up. Let's see. Now he sure looks like one of them. German. Sure. But, you know, they try to pull double time to cover those things up. There's photos and articles that you can go and look at, because they might be, you know, lower level, because who are they reporting to? You know who they're reporting to. But let's go and get this. It says, here's why it's actually more expensive to be poor. It says it's more expensive to be poor. Being poor is actually more expensive, and frugality is hard to afford. It says, here's a few things that cost more when you're poor and a few steps to take to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Toilet paper costs 5.9% more when not purchased in bulk or on sale. Healthier food costs $1.50 per day more. Car insurance costs 40 to 90% more. All right. Payday loans are around 400% interest. Credit cards are 12 to 30% interest. All right. Checking account fees $7 to $10 a month, and $34 overdraft fees. All right. Or it's free with a minimum balance. Right? If you can't afford rent, you have to pay more overtime for a hotel. If you can't afford a refrigerator, you got to pay more for a pay more overtime on, you know, convenience food, like fast food, right? You can't afford a reliable car, you got to pay more overtime in repairs. You can't afford transportation, you got to pay more for necessities at the neighborhood store and with higher prices. You can't afford a bus pass, you got to pay more overtime for one-ride tickets, right? And then it tells you how to break it. You won't. You can't break it. It's not how it works. Here's another one. This is it says no economist will ever come up with a better description of why being poor is so expensive than Terry Pratchett. Such a great quote. It says, take boots for example. He earned $38 a month plus allowances. A really good pair of leather boots cost $50. But an affordable pair of boots, which were sort of okay for a season or two, then leaked like hell when the cardboard gave out, only cost about $10. These were the kind of boots that Vims always bought, and wore until the soles were so thin that you could tell he was in Ankh-Morpork on a foggy night by the feel of the cobbles. But the thing was that the good boots lasted for years and years. A man who could afford $50 had a pair of boots that he'd be keeping his feet dry in 10 years' time, while a poor man who could only afford cheap boots would have spent $100 on boots in the same time and would still have wet feet. This was Captain Samuel Vine Boots' theory of socio-economic unfairness. And that's very true. Can't afford shoes, you gotta buy the $20 ones, and the $20 ones, I know because I bought Ross shoes before, and guess what? Them shits don't last at all. They don't last at all. I'm fucking done buying shoes at Ross. Okay, even if you get the good brands, they're not gonna last, man, because they're built like shit. They're there for a reason. All right, shirts and stuff, yeah, they're fine. But shoes, something's wrong with them Ross shoes. Okay, something's wrong with them. says Proverbs 14:31. We already got that, but we'll read it again. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. Damn. And look at everyone's, look, man, your greed is hurting the economy. You know, and look, you know, he's up there with all the money, and you're just asking, you raise the minimum wage, I can't live. You're greedy. You know, I made this I made this picture for the thumbnail. Got Jake down here. I was originally a white guy. I colored it in, right? So need help. It says, and I got this guy, you know, with the devil horns, because that's who he really is. You know, people could end up homeless if you don't pay your taxes. Well, this guy's already fucking homeless. You know, people could end up homeless if you don't pay your taxes. You're gonna ruin the economy. Yeah, it's easy for you to say, isn't it, E? All right. So this is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Everyone's mourning, man. They can't afford groceries. They can't afford gas. They can't afford houses. The housing market's fucked. They can't afford rent. Okay? They can't afford shit. They can't afford nothing, man. They can't afford anything. That's because the wicked is in rule. All right? But it's coming to the time, where the Lord's going to come back, dead this place. All right? And then, you know, we're going to be in rulership. All right? We're going to be in rulership. And guess what? You know, Moab and all these other heathen nations are going to prefer it with us in rulership, even though, you know, they're still going to be in captivity for a time and for a season, because they got to go into captivity for 1,000 years. So does Esau. But the difference is, after 1,000 years, the other nations get to go get in their little part of land. We're still going to be ruling over them, but not in like hardcore bondage captivity, you know, like it was the 1,000 years. But after those 1,000 years, Esau doesn't get to go nowhere except away. They don't get their own land. They get to be vanished, poof, vaporized, right? Vaporized with my B-52 modulator. You know, that's what's gonna happen if you remember Looney Tunes with Marvin the Martian, right? So that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be vaporized, gone. Okay, they're not gonna return again. So this is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, Esau, Edom's city, their kingdom, their land. Where? Babylon the Great. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth. Now, I don't know, brother. I kind of like it here. It's cool. Yet you're being robbed. I ain't being robbed. How much you pay for gas? Well, it was a little bit. Yeah. Well, it's been raised up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and the amount of work going out still the same. So why is it getting harder to live for no reason, huh? Why? Because you're being fucking robbed. Because these devils are devils, and they're gonna do devilish shit because they're the devil. That's what they're gonna do, and it's evil. That's these fucking devils, man. They can't continue on. They can't continue on, and they do none of the work. Here we go. We have to go to work, bust our asses. They don't go to work. They don't go to work. They don't do it. They go to one meeting a month, maybe. How are we doing? You know, is the finances looking good? You know, that's cool. Looks like we got a 100% increase. Our profit margins are doing good. It's good meeting you, Jim. And then they leave, and they're, hey, Bill, you want to go on my yacht later? We're gonna play golf and smoke some Cuban cigars if you want. And then that's the rest of their fucking day. And then they go back, do one little meeting, and then they go and do it again. Give me the fucking yacht life. Save the cigars, I don't need it. But give me the yacht life, man. I'm the one working hard. Don't I deserve it? Don't I deserve it? Don't you deserve it? Don't you brothers and sisters deserve it? Don't you deserve something for all your work? You know? No, you deserve nothing. You deserve to barely get by, while the people that do none of the work get all the pay, and all the people that do all the work get none of the pay. What kind of fucking shit is that? That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. How are you going to do all the work and get none of the pay, and they're going to do none of the work and get all the pay? Because it's fucking robbery, man. They're a bunch of thieves, liars, thieves, and they just love being wicked. It's their thing. It's their forte. All right, that's their quirk. I'm so quirky. Hee hee hee. Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. You know, they want it to where you can't pay your rent. They want it to where you can't pay your mortgage. They want it to where you can't pay your car note. They want it to where you can't pay your insurance. They want it to where you can't pay your gas bill. They want it to where you can't pay your water bill. They want it to. They don't want you to pay for shit. They don't want you to have shit. If they could really get away with it, they don't even want you to have a goddamn bed to sleep on. You know, really, that's what they want. But you know, you overcome, and this fuck these, and the New World Order. They really don't want you to own anything at all. They want you to rent it from them, because then you own nothing. All right, and give all of your money away, and you can't own your own property, get away from it, because you have to go through those devils. And you have to have the mark of the beast to get it. You have to have that RFID chip to get it, or else you won't be able to buy, you won't be able to sell, you won't be able to rent, you won't be able to get a house, you won't be able to do this, and you won't be able to buy your house. You'll be able to rent it. If you even are allowed to have a house, you'll be able to rent this, you'll be able to rent that. All right? If they could rent you food, they'd fucking do it. If they could rent you food, punch you in the gut, and have you throw that shit up, they'd do it. That's how fucking despicable and vile these people are, man. And they can't rule, man. They can't rule. All right? And we're poor, all right? But guess what? They think that being rich is so good, but hey, we're rich in what? Faith. So you brothers and sisters, hey, it's better to be, you know, in the situation we're in now and be rich in faith than to be, you know, poor in spirit and faith like these devils and have all the money in the world. This is James 2:5, and we're going to go ahead and close out. It says, "Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith and hearers of the kingdom, which he hath promised them that love him?" Right? So this is talking, and you could really go, but it's talking about, you know, you're more going up. If you want to read it, this is really the point that we want to touch on, you know, the closing point. But, you know, the Lord's dealing with the poor, all right, that are rich in faith. He's not dealing with people, you know, you're not going to be looked about better in the eyes because you have money. You're not going to buy your way to salvation. You're not going to buy the Lord's favor. That's just not how it works, man. So, hey, you know, gentrification is just another form of Idumean conquest. That's it. Just another form of robbery, another form of just fucking vile, just assholery. And these devils, man, they got to go. They got to go. Riches. Let's get this. Let's close out with this. This is Ecclesiasticus 10:8. It says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit," lying, right? Robbery, really. "The kingdom is translated from one people to another. Jacob is the beginning," right? 2nd Esdras 6:9. "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth." Nothing you can do about it, E. That's just the way it is. Gentrification is just another form of Idumean conquest. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.